The following podcast has been rated Listener MA. It contains strong language, violence, adult situations, nudity. Listener discretion is advised.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Unfiltered Sportscast. I'm your host. My name is Scotty Gurman. Alongside me, as usual, I have two excellent stand-up comedians from here in the Wichita, Kansas area. First, the 1984 Kingman County T-Ball Defensive Player of the Year Award winner, Mr. Jeremy Joseph.
Hello, Scotty.
Bueno.
Hey, right off the bat, I want to say congratulations to you, Scotty, but I can't because I don't have a good reason.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, but just know that I wanted to.
Okay.
But you've done nothing worthy of it.
Thanks.
You've already fucked up the show.
Well
done.
Do that on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And another great stand-up comedian, we call him the Wreck, Mr. Derek Alders.
What is up, Scott Tub Time Machine?
I could live with that one.
I'll tell you what, if I had a hot tub time machine,
Yeah.
I'd go back in time and cock block the shit out of your dad.
Thanks, man. I
That is
appreciate
what
it.
I would do.
Yeah, you're such a nice guy. It's gotten
I'd
bad.
go back from the time we decided on who's going to host this show.
Thanks. So I'm so happy to be loved by you guys.
And then do something to Hitler after
yeah,
that.
for sure. It's getting bad. Like a couple of people that listen to the show that I see on a regular basis are starting to call me Scottage cheese or what was the last
Animal Scotomy.
Animal Scotomy. G came up to me and called me Animal Scotomy today.
That was a great one.
Such a piece of shit.
That's
there.
my favorite one so far.
No, I can live with Scottage cheese.
I'm changing you in my phone to Animal Scotomy.
Great. Can't wait. But anyways, welcome to the show. This is a comedy podcast kind of centered around the whole theme of sports, where we like to make our own jokes about what is going on, the current events in sports. But as we do with every single... not to mention, this is also an adult show, if you haven't already noticed by the foul language. So if foul language does make you squeamish, Jeremy...
Eat a dick, you motherfucker.
But anyways, so welcome in if this is your first time. And if you're a continuing listener, thanks. Appreciate it. Please, if you are listening to us on Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star rating. That helps get this show out there. Also, you can follow us on YouTube, which is the Unfiltered Sportscast YouTube channel. All of these videos or all of these episodes are recorded where you can go and actually watch and see how ugly of people we are.
And how horrible Scotty's beard is.
It's getting pretty bad. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta get trimmed up.
You should, by trimming up, you should just get rid of the whole thing.
I would like to see you decapitated.
Okay, that's fair.
You should shave with a guillotine.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. But anyways, as we
I want to
always
see
do,
nothing bad happen to you. I just want to see your head removed from your body.
Thanks. You can glue it back on afterward?
No. I'd like to see it remain off and your body function stop.
Awesome. All right.
That's
thanks.
all I'd like to see.
This is great. I'm so loved here. But as we always get started, we go over
But congratulations.
our personal weeks. Talk about what happened to ourselves in the last week. So we call it our week recap. And Jeremy?
Well, I had some good news at the start of the week. I went back to my doctor. Did I mention on the show my extreme blood pressure?
No, we kind of had inside jokes during an episode that the audience didn't really know about.
Okay, about a month ago, I went to the doctor, and my blood pressure was absolutely through the roof, like 195 over 135 or some shit, like way higher than anybody's ought to be. My head should have been exploding and blood spurting out of my neck, like what I'd like to see happen to you, but it wasn't, because I'm a real man.
Imagine the views we'd get. God.
Oh, God, yeah, if that happened, like, on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Be fucking
You'd go
viral.
Yeah.
That really shows my lack of dedication to this show.
You need to try harder. You want some
Well,
potassium or
here's the
sodium? Or...
damn. Here's the fucked up thing. Earlier this week, I went back to the doctor, and it's gone down substantially. It's 18 over 6 now.
Nice.
Looking a little blue, Jeremy.
Yeah, they seem to be kind of concerned now. I feel cold. Anybody else cold?
No, I'm good.
I feel great.
Anyways, so I decided to celebrate this weekend. My wife and I went out to breakfast at a place I'd never been to called Homegrown.
Yeah.
You guys
Very
ever been to
good.
this place?
No. Very good. I
Holy
haven't been
shit. I mean, it is just best eggs. Over easy eggs in town. They just got some really good creations. Great biscuits and gravy is what I had.
It's the best $80 breakfast you can eat.
Ours wasn't that expensive.
No?
75? Maybe?
Okay.
Um,
Got to include tip, Jeremy.
Why?
I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah.
Anyways, hey, look, their boss is paying them. Anyway, and then we went out on Derek's recommendation to this crumble cookie place.
Yeah.
I believe each one of the cookies is, if I had to estimate, around 8,700 calories. They're just fucking ridiculous, and each one is a meal, or at least it was for me.
Yeah.
I've eaten nothing but cookies since Saturday. It's kind of fucked up.
Good thing your health's
Now
doing
my blood
great.
pressure's back up.
Well, it's Girl Scout
And,
season, too.
It sure is.
You can hunt them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dude,
Illegal.
I like to get a roll of Thin Mints right down the underpants, just right down the leg. That really impresses the next group of Girl Scouts that comes through. That's
Good deal.
I got a thing for brownies.
Good.
They don't like it when you make it rain on them.
They don't.
No.
No.
I bought 10 boxes with 51s and made it rain, and
Yeah.
boy, their dad looked at me really, really angrily.
Pick this up.
I'm like, I'm teaching them for when they get older. 'Cause,
That's
I mean,
right.
one of them was kind of hot for a 9-year-old. So
You don't want this to happen? Don't put them in such short skirts.
yeah.
True. All right. How about you, Derek?
I had an all right week. I played some poker.
Yes, we
Yeah, I ended up naked. And I was down $80.
did. Yeah.
I won that $80 after I got naked, though. They told me to put it back on.
Is that when you paid for the Girl Scout cookies?
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, we did that, and then what else did I have? Oh, I went bowling Friday. I haven't been bowling in years.
God, that's
I saw that. You did all right for
This is a
somebody
sports
who hadn't bowled
podcast,
in a
but
while.
that's not a sport.
Bowling is a game.
That is correct.
And I'll tell you, I used to bowl. I grew up working in bowling alleys. Did that. I managed a bowling alley for a while.
Right.
And I've never considered it a sport because you can do it drunk,
That's true.
and you can do it at 60. So I figure anything you can do in your 60s, like golf to me is a game.
Oh.
NASCAR would be a sport if they just allow alcohol. If they would let
Okay.
you,
Here's
I
the-
would watch that.
Okay. I see a premise here.
Here's the thing. I see a real problem with your classification as to whether or not you can do it drunk. Because if you look back at some of the greatest sports performances in history, a lot of those guys were fucking ripped.
True. Doc
they
Ellis
did it.
did throw a no-hitter on LSD.
Yeah.
But
Babe Ruth was having like drinks out in
Yeah,
left
he was
field
drunk all the time.
all the
yeah.
time.
All right, if you can do it in your 60s, it's not a sport. And not worry
Well,
about getting
and-
injured. I mean, anybody
okay.
can fucking hit a baseball when they're 60 off of a tee, but
Yeah.
if
True.
you're full
Okay.
contact football, you're getting you're done.
I'm in terrible shape, but if you want to go shoot hoops, we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get
I
drunk.
already know I can outrun Scotty in a foot race.
Yeah, and you can't do it. You can't golf like in your 60s whenever you're like speed golf.
They have
You're, like,
if they have senior tours.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, come on, man.
well, I mean, if you're playing drunk golf whenever you're trying to like
You're going way too far into
okay,
this.
okay, all right, maybe.
So yeah, I went bowling and it was all right. We had fun. I drank a lot.
yeah.
Yeah, and I went with my friend Matt, who decided that the paint needed peeled because he just sat in the back and just ripped ass for like the entire time. It was great because there were a bunch of people around us, and by the time we got done, there was nobody there. So
Oh, that sounds great.
yeah, we had a good time.
Good.
Speaking of bowling, famous comedian and show host and whatever, Chris Hardwick. Mm-hmm. His dad was a professional bowler.
Yeah,
Chris Hardwick grew up in bowling alleys and shit, and could have been a professional bowler himself. But yeah, his dad is in the PBA Hall of Fame.
nice.
Yeah, he was.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
I
There you
never
go.
knew that.
We're stand-up comedians, Scotty.
I just want to
We're
know
interested in comedy.
did he get a fuck Carmen Electra and Jenny McCarthy? I just want to know that. That's the what I want to know about Chris Hardwick.
Yes.
Did that happen?
Yes. He had to tell her that he wasn't vaccinated, and then yeah, he did.
Great.
Nice.
Well, that's awesome. All right. Well, my week, God, uneventful as hell. I went and played with played poker with Derek. Mm-hmm. I did not win.
No, he was naked too.
No, I was not.
Or oddly, it was just the two of us. That was the weird thing.
And neither of you won.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, well, look at both of us.
Turns out, Scotty was holding a small pair.
That's a hell of a rig
So-
that the house has going.
Yeah.
So we did that. I did win my money back, so that's always important. But after that, I really didn't do a whole lot. I had a 3-day weekend.
You had some big news.
What?
You got your Kansas City Chiefs tattoo.
You're fucking funny.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Right there on the tramp stamp area, small back.
Got it right over his heart.
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
He's always been a Chief through and through.
No.
Heart and his soul.
Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna
Bleeds
happen.
red and yellow.
I talked to another guy over the
Mostly red.
over the weekend, and him and I kind of have the same thing. We don't we're not affiliated to any NFL teams. We're kind of starting to get a little bit
Chief Fanny.
interested in the XFL. We both like the St. Louis Battlehawks.
Hell, aren't you fucking interested?
Jesus.
That's your team. We got a team to root for.
It's like, really, I'm starting to get into curling.
Yeah.
You know, I like the sweepers.
I'll
I
be
love those
honest.
brooms.
Absolutely. This last Olympics was, the real miracle on ice.
Yeah.
The U.S. beat Canada in curling
Yeah.
in the gold medal game.
Yeah. True.
Do you believe in miracles? I did then.
Yep. The
That
voiceover.
was a time that we really just had to believe.
Right. So yeah, let's start the show off. This is when the sports come in. First thing I wanted to go over was Monday, I believe, was the Kobe celebration of his life. Him and Gigi, which they had the whole was Staples Center, right? Was completely full, packed, and there was quite a few people that actually gave really nice, touching speeches. And I'm kind of ready to move on from this. I don't know about you guys. I think it's ran its course in my opinion.
I'm over these fucking people trying to capitalize off of it.
Yeah.
People, like, I don't know if you've seen it, but, like, the programs from that are going on eBay for, like, $600.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, like, I'll pull it up right now. You go ahead and keep chatting, and I'll tell you what the fucking things are going for.
Well, I get the idea. I think it's probably smart. The family had a private funeral, which I think is a very good idea. I don't think you want to do that in public, but I also see it's an area that he's been in, for over 20 years. So I think it's an excellent idea to have a celebration, but it's been a month now. I think we can start making inappropriate jokes.
I
The
think they would
t-shirt.
have had it with or without the family's consent.
Oh, I'm sure.
He was just too much of a public figure. And,
I agree.
And, without a doubt, probably top 5 biggest influences on today's basketball game. The
I
way
agree.
that the game is played today.
I agree.
The T-shirt, one of them sold for $475.
Jeez Louise.
I bet you that's a really
660.
nice t-shirt, though.
It's the Bryant 2 with the 8, the infinity sign, but it's the 8 flip sideways,
Yeah.
and then 24. $660, $615, $630.
Jesus.
Yeah, I hate that.
I do too.
I fucking hate that.
Well, now here's the thing. That's what they're asking for.
That's what they
Is
sold for.
anybody
That's not what.
buying-
No, I pulled up completed listings. They sold for those. I understand asking. Yeah, I get that whole deal. I always go by what has been sold. Those have all sold. So it
And
really
all that
makes
does
me.
is just perpetuate the problem.
The people that sold those, I hope their family dies in a DUI accident.
Or a
Like, I really do.
helicopter crash.
Those motherfuckers.
Helicopter crash.
No, DUI.
Nah.
With all the cars on fire, and they watch their family burn, and then
God.
right as they're getting ready to fade into darkness, someone revives them, and then they start to come to. They leave the hospital. Boom! Hit by a bus. That's what I hope happens.
They walk into a helicopter rotor.
Yeah.
They're looking the other way and just walk right into that tail propeller.
Yeah. Fucking.
And several of them right in a row, like fucking lemmings.
Yeah.
Just
And their Kobe Bryant shoes are still on the ground. They're gone. That's all it is just
Yeah.
shoes on the ground.
and I hope
That's
that they
so
try to
awful.
sell those shoes and they only go for $1.
Yeah.
Not enough to cover the listing price.
There were some pretty good speeches that happened. You had Shaq tell a couple of stories, or at least one that I completely remember. Which did you watch that one?
I did not get. I was working last night. So I
It
didn't
was
get
a
to
pretty
watch
good
any of
story.
it.
He was basically talking about how the other players on the Lakers were complaining to Shaq because of the relationship between Shaq and Kobe, and was just like, man, they're getting pissed off because Kobe wasn't passing the ball. And it was coming to the end of the game, and Shaq goes up to Kobe and says, "Hey man, the guys are kind of getting upset. There's no I in team." And Kobe looks back at him and says, "Yeah, but there's an M and an E, motherfucker."
You never heard that before?
I knew that story, yes, but he told that one at the celebration of his life. But the best one was definitely Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan got up, he spoke for over 12 minutes. It was really hard, but he said that he didn't want to even go up and speak because he knew he'd be crying, and now he's gonna have another fucking meme of him crying.
Yeah, I put that on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
And
that why LeBron didn't speak? Because he didn't want to have a direct comparison. He's the best speaker of all time.
they're actually questioning whether or not if LeBron was even there. Which, if he wasn't there, shame on him. but I have a feeling he probably was, and he just didn't want cameras on him.
Sure.
I have a guess.
And-
I think what LeBron's actually doing right now is he's arranging for a charter flight to fly into a mountain so he can fly into a higher mountain than Kobe did.
Probably.
And then he's going to have his memorial
Yeah,
somewhere bigger.
probably.
He's gonna charter a fighter jet.
Yeah,
to fly
that's what's going to
into
get
the
him.
fucking mountain.
Hot air balloon.
Yeah.
Hot air balloon's what he's going to do.
Is that better than a helicopter?
Maybe
I think
it-
you survived that crash.
What about a
You're just
Zeppelin?
cold.
A Zeppelin.
Oh
Zeppelin.
yeah,
Yeah,
fill,
sure.
Fill it with hydrogen.
Yeah.
Go Hindenburg style.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that was that. I think I can say, and I hope everybody agrees with me, but I understand if you don't. But this has been 30 days. I think we can move on by now. Moving on. We got
can't
basketball.
do it, Scotty.
Yeah, we're moving on.
I can't. I'm just so fucking touched by Kobe
Yep.
in every aspect of my life.
Yeah.
I loved Kobe.
I did.
But yeah,
I liked him.
I don't want to. It's just depressing to keep watching it.
Yeah, I
mean,
agree.
It
It's
is. And-
been it's like when I mean it's a horrible comparison, but when they kept showing 9/11 footage
Yeah.
over and over, the plane hitting the fucking tower.
Yeah.
It reminds me almost of that. Where it's
I
just-
thought that was really inappropriate that they kept showing that during the Kobe memorial. It really didn't seem to fit. I mean, wrong aircraft for one. Those are commercial jetliners, and
he wasn't even number 9 or 11. Yeah.
But yeah. So
And
moving.
Shaq should never be given a microphone
Ever.
under any circumstances. The guy talks like he's constantly got a mouthful of animal crackers.
I got to touch on this, and I don't really want to, but I'd get ridiculed if I didn't. College basketball, KU is number 1 again.
Big fucking deal. They play in a bullshit conference.
And Baylor's still going to win the conference, aren't they?
I don't know.
They're tied right now.
I think I think they got the same record.
But-
They both won games away at the others. So Baylor won at Allen Fieldhouse, and then KU won at Baylor.
Well, it'd be weird if it won at the other place and the other one didn't. If they split them, it's
Yeah.
kind of got to work out that way.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But then it'll go to overall record, which I believe Baylor has a better overall record than KU, doesn't it?
I don't know. I don't have it in front of me, so I'm going all this off of memory because I've pretty much completely canceled out my college basketball watching until March at this point.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm so freaking frustrated. I just want to beat Cincinnati 1 year. Just 1 year. Come on, Shocks. Pull it one win, because that is the one team that is the most they're up there with KU at this point now. And we can't find a way to win. Huh?
Who, Cincinnati?
Cincinnati.
Yeah, and that's the thing. At the beginning of this season, Wichita State was almost like supernatural.
Yeah.
And then they lost a game. Who did they lose? To somebody who they should have
Temple?
beaten.
It was Temple. It was
Temple,
at Temple.
yeah.
I called
Yeah.
that one. We have trouble with
That's
Temple.
the
in
cosmic
Philly.
curse right there. And it's like once that happened, I thought that would kind of be a wake up call for them to let
Yeah.
them know that they really needed to pull it together because they could be beat. Mm-hmm. But instead, they just kind of fell to shit, which is so uncharacteristic for a Greg Marshall coach team.
Yeah, I think there may be something going on in the locker room or something along those lines. But also, whenever you live by the jump shot, you die by the jump shot too.
Sure.
When you're shooting 34% from the field for the game, it's not going to be a great day.
Probably not.
So and they've done that or close to it now for I want to say 4 games this season. I mean the record that they have is still capable of getting into the NCAA tournament. They're a bubble team for sure.
For sure, yeah.
But it may not happen. It may not happen this year. We
They
may
have
fall
what it
out.
takes to win that conference tournament, too.
I agree they do, but they've got a lot of stuff that they need
Mm-hmm.
to fix. And so it's been hard to watch. It's cruel and unusual punishment for me to watch a Shocker game. But if I don't watch it, we win. And it's just so I need to just
Good.
stop
Don't watch
watching.
Illinois games then.
I know. Well, that's normally what happens when I watch anything with you. The team that you're rooting for generally is going to lose.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know. You guys,
Yeah,
have
you're
anything-
bad luck.
I am bad.
Yeah, but Scotty, Jesus Christ, that payoff you got from the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so that's enough of that. Boxing. We had a huge fight. I don't remember a fight that was this.
Brick killed a
big.
guy. Huh? Brick killed a guy.
Okay. What is that reference from?
Anchorman.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Stabbed him with a trident.
That's right.
You should probably go.
Yeah, you should probably lay low for a little while.
You're probably
heat's
wanted
on.
for murder.
Biggest fight, I think, at least as far as marketing goes, since Mayweather and McGregor.
I would say, I wouldn't even. I don't even consider that a fight. That was an exhibition.
It was definitely an exhibition,
Yeah,
but as
it was
far
a
as how
gimmick
much
fight.
money, yeah,
That
but
was the Great White Hype. That's exactly what the McGregor fight was. Irish fucking Terry Conklin fighting Damon Wayans, James the Grim Reaper Roper. That's what the McGregor fight was, and they even got an Irish guy
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
who
they,
had no chance of winning, and they thought, well, maybe.
yeah, and that's the thing. That fight went, what, 9 rounds or something?
the McGregor fight.
Yeah.
It went a distance, didn't it?
No.
No?
It was a knockout.
No, it was a TKO.
Okay.
It was a straight knockout.
Oh, I didn't think so. I thought it was a TKO.
No. It was,
I challenge.
look it up.
I will.
Fuck.
I will. I don't have a phone. So.
But it was one of those where,
You should get one of those.
Mayweather just turned it on and hit him with a flurry, and he went down. And people were like, well, McGregor really put up a good fight, and he was winning on points. And you could just tell Mayweather could have done that anytime.
Probably.
He was stringing him along. Mayweather has defended his title perfectly against the best fighters, best boxers
Yeah.
in that weight class his entire career. He's, what,
I wouldn't
42-0?
I wouldn't say the best.
I would say he ducked. He ducked a lot of.
He ducked Pacquiao till Pacquiao
Was
slowed
old.
down.
They had it set up, and Pacquiao dropped out of that.
No, Mayweather kept changing the stipulations. He ended up to where he's like, he wanted the blood test, and he wanted the blood test right before the fight. First it was a day before, then it was an hour before, then it was right before.
Right, and that's when Pacquiao backed out, when he wouldn't take the blood test,
He got tired of getting fucked around.
or he was going to fail the drug test.
Pulling it
I don't
up,
think that's what it was.
But
His
Anyway.
Freddie Roach says that anytime he has blood drawn, he's no good for like the next 2 days.
Yeah.
I've had blood drawn many times. I was never any good before.
Yeah, but look at the size of you and look at the size of Pacquiao.
Right.
You take a pint out of Pacquiao, that might be half of
They're
his
not going
blood.
to take a pint. They're going to take a fucking vial.
But you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
right. But this fight,
Huh.
Tyson Fury
Yeah.
and Wilder, Deontay Wilder,
Deontay.
I can't pronounce that
Dante.
shit. Dante. Whatever.
Nobody fucks with a lion, bro. It's the king of the fucking jungle.
Anyway, so there was a lot of like weird things with this fight, in my opinion. First off, the weigh-ins. I think Fury was 271 and Wilder was like 231.
Both at their heaviest.
Yeah.
That was the heaviest. Wilder was 15 pounds heavier, 10 pounds heavier in the last fight, and Fury was up.
Oh, I thought he cut some weight.
No, he put on weight, I think.
Oh man.
Well, and that's the thing with a heavyweight weigh-in. They don't
Don't
really
matter.
have to cut weight.
right. There's a maximum, I think, if I remember
I
right.
don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'm wrong.
Well, then there's a super.
Tells you how
heavyweight
much we
division.
know about boxing.
It starts at like 285 or something like that. But they're usually heavyweights come in at their walking around weight.
Oh, okay. Well,
They wouldn't let him do the stare down either, because last time I guess
Oh.
there was a problem, and they almost got they got into it the stare down the first fight. So
Yeah, and I think it's kind of one of those where they had a hard time doing it and keeping serious, because I think the two of them actually do respect each other and are in reality pretty good friends. I know that they kind of made it out that they were enemies for this one.
I want to read that. Just go ahead and read that out loud real quick.
Okay, well, he knocked him the fuck down, and the ref stopped it.
TKO.
Just because he didn't get to the fucking 10 count. He would have.
Okay. But yeah. But anyway, back to the Wilder Fury fight. My bad.
Anyway, yeah. Scotty's a fucking douchebag.
Well, there, like I was saying, I mean, you had the weigh-ins that was kind of off to me, and
the
then
weigh-ins, Damon,
yeah, those
Marlon,
guys.
Keenan Ivory.
Keenan Ivory is in, and Sean.
I felt like this reminded me a lot of when boxing was really fun, like with Tyson Holyfield and Lennox Lewis and all of these great boxers from the past, like the entrances and stuff like that. I mean, Wilder comes out in this freaking getup that looks intimidating as fuck, but it turns out that thing weighed 40 fucking pounds.
Yeah, it was supposed to be in honor of like Black History Month or something.
Okay.
I didn't. To me, it looked like a Mortal Kombat character.
It totally did.
I was waiting on him to fucking like Fury to be in the corner and to go, get over here.
Just throw a fucking harpoon out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yank him over to him. And then didn't Fury, didn't he come out in the Uncle Sam?
I don't know. He's English.
I know.
But he wears the red, white, and blue stripe boxing shorts like...
He knows who won the war.
But he wears the same shorts that like Rocky wore and
Apollo Creed to start with.
Wore in the Rocky movies. He
Right.
wears those trunks whenever he fights.
I just saw the Gypsy King.
Yeah,
trunks.
the Gypsy King stuff that he had on, but he didn't. I don't know. I can't even remember.
Yeah, I thought he had black trunks with like
did.
gold trim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he normally comes out with the.
That
red,
might have
white,
been
and
their
blues.
last fight that he did that.
The red, white, and blue ones.
Yeah.
Thing that got me at that whole fight, did you see him lick the blood off of Deontay Wilder?
Dude, he was dominating that whole fight.
Like, he literally fucking stuck his tongue out like a fucking lizard and licked the blood off the back of Wilder's fucking shoulder.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know this is going to sound weird. That's fucking hot.
But yeah, you're right. He had like black trunks on, which is kind of.
That's what I
almost
thought.
I almost remember him wearing.
That was Black History Month.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I lost $200 on that fight.
I'm sorry.
I had-
not really.
I thought for sure the Undertaker was going to come up from the middle of the ring, old school style, and just fucking lay waste to both of them, and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
You got somebody to take that bet. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I was surprised
Shocking.
too, because I mean I thought that was an odds-on favorite.
What were the odds against that?
The guy gave me 50-1.
Really?
Stellar
Wow,
odds.
those are Washington General odds.
Yeah. I mean, I thought for sure that was as good as gold.
Well, it turns out that Wilder's corner ended up throwing in the towel. Fury ends up winning the championship of whatever one that he wins out of the 45 that whole sport has, which I still think is ridiculous. But it was a fun fight to watch, and Fury dominated the whole goddamn thing.
It was.
I guess he was talking. He was telling somebody that he noticed the last time that they fought, right after Wilder dropped him and almost knocked him out, but he ended up standing up and going the rest of the way. Went to a draw, but he noticed after that point he was kind of charging Wilder on a regular basis, and he found out that Wilder cannot fight backing up. He has to be on the offensive. So basically, Fury just kind of used his weight, pushed him around, and kind of bullied him the whole entire fight and put him on the defensive the entire time, and he just got rocked.
Yeah. After the last fight, Wilder had even said, I hit him with a punch that no man in my career has ever gotten up from, and he got up from it, and he came back. I didn't know what else to do. he was legitimately scared of this rematch coming into it.
I don't doubt.
And but he did. Part of that I think was to sell tickets and sell pay-per-views. But
now he's bitching about it. He's bitching and complaining about so many things about it. There was an article that came out that he was saying that the referee was showing favoritism to Fury on one occasion. He was saying, obviously, the first thing he said was during the post-fight interview is he wanted to go out on his shield if he was going to go down. He was pissed off at his corner for throwing.
Wilder's pissed.
Did I say Fury? If I did, I made a mistake. No, Wilder was pissed, and because they threw in the towel.
You could
He's
say
got to say that, because that's just a fighter's instinct.
you could say he was furious. I'll be here all week.
Boom!
As he throws.
Fucking shut it off. Let's go. We need to close on that piece of gold right there.
God.
That makes up for every bit of money you lost on that Undertaker shit.
Yeah. But since I did not have to pay for this particular boxing match, I may watch another one. I was supremely pissed off at the McGregor-Mayweather fight, and I said I'd never watch one again, but because somebody else bought it for me, I watched it and I enjoyed it. It was fun to watch.
But anyway, let's go back to what I was saying.
Oh, okay, sorry.
With the whole him going out on his shield.
Oh, yeah,
That's the fighter's mentality.
Sure.
He's going to have to say that. In reality,
Did he carry that shield to the ring with him?
Probably
during that
that's
fight?
what added to that 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Probably.
But in reality, it was absolutely the right thing to do because while people look at this match actually didn't mean shit. There was a stipulation in the contract. Loser gets an automatic chance if he wanted it for a rematch. This is going 3 fights.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
That's going to rematch.
He's already said, Wilder's already said, I'm exercising my right to a rematch and we're going to do it as soon as possible.
Had he
was
won-
getting tuned up pretty bad. You want to keep your fighter as healthy as possible because you know the next fight is coming. Obviously, whatever strategy you came into this fight with wasn't working. You get out of this one, and you go back and you replan, you retool for the next one. And that's really what it boils down to. They were planning long term. He may not have liked it, but he goes and gets knocked out, gets concussed, gets brain swelling, whatever. He may not be healthy enough for a third fight.
No, he was getting decked too.
Yeah.
Had he won that fight, they said that that would have been broken Ali's record for a number of consecutive successful title defenses.
Wow.
That would have been, because he was at 10, I think. I think that would have been 11.
Interesting.
But that's not the all-time record.
It was Ali's record.
Okay. I was going to say, Marciano retired undefeated champion.
Right.
49 and 0. 49 or 50 and 0.
He beat Joe Lewis's ass.
Yeah, all right.
137 years old.
All right. So that was kind of the secondary news, I guess you could kind of go over. Now we get to have a little bit of fun. XFL, right? No?
You take this one, Scotty.
Yeah, this is
You
all
guys
you.
suck.
Sorry, this is a sports show.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I am having a lot of fun watching this. And you know what? Even the football play is getting better. It's
Why did the Chiefs start playing in the XFL?
shut the fuck
Because
up.
we know what a big Chiefs honk you are.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, you're a fucking ride or die Chiefs guy.
No, my team, which is the St. Louis Battlehawks, played their very first home game in St. Louis since the Rams left and went to LA.
Do they have like some former Chiefs on that team? Is that why you like them?
You know
Or
what?
is
To be honest with you, I can't say no because I have no idea.
What do you mean? You know every Chief that
Jesus,
ever played for that organization.
Before this show started, you were rattling off Chiefs stats.
That's how
No,
you
but
last longer in the bedroom. You're like, let's see, Deontay Hall, Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah.
I still don't know some of the players on the St. Louis Battlehawks, to be honest with you, because it's still so new. I mean, it's these guys. Some of the guys, granted, were playing in the NFL on the practice squads, or some of the guys that just weren't seeing a whole lot of playing time, and now this is a second opportunity for them, and it's like it took a couple of weeks, but normally it kind of does. They don't have a preseason, couple of games for the XFL. And I hate to break it to you, but the NFL, the preseason games are fucking garbage, even when the fucking first stringers are out there.
Well, yeah, they're supposed to be.
Fucking awful.
They're not for really playing football. They're practices.
Sure.
And they're for determining the last 10 guys on the roster.
Okay. But there's more in it because these players are not millionaires. These guys are just regular guys. They're getting paid a decent amount of money, or at least enough money
Neither
for
are
them
you,
to.
Scotty, but we tolerate you.
That's true, but they're interacting with the fans more than a millionaire football player for the NFL. There was a lineman for the
what choice do they
Battlehawks.
have? They need a ride home.
True.
They need to jump in the parking lot.
I can't remember if it was a defensive end or a lineman or something like that for the St. Louis Battlehawks that there was a girl in the stands that was holding a sign that said, "We'll trade a box of Girl Scout cookies for a football," and he went over to the gal and gave her football, and he got a box of Thin Mints, and
She got the long end on that stick. Football costs way more than a box of Girl Scout cookies.
I don't know. Maybe not an XFL football.
Probably
The
not.
Duke does. The Duke football's about $80.
They playing with Nerf?
Yeah,
Football
yeah,
as well?
absolutely.
That's that one that whistles.
Oh, nice. Has it got the fins
Yeah.
on the back, the missile fins?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're chugging beers. They're chugging beers. They're chugging seltzers after they win in the locker room, and it looks like every team is doing that. The LA Wildcats ended up beating one of the favorite teams in the XFL, which was the DC Defenders. They got their first win, and it was a home game in LA, which was a huge upset. I think, if I remember right, the Defenders were favored by like 10.5, and the Wildcats ended up just crushing them. They had the first kickoff return for a touchdown. There was a player that was rushing and did a flip into the end zone. It was a lot of fun to watch. There was a lot of cool stuff that happens, and I like this brand of football, in my opinion. And the ratings are kind of starting to come down a little bit after week 1 and week 2. But and I just pulled the St. Louis games because I'm a biased piece of shit.
At least till Kansas City gets a team.
Shut the fuck up. St. Louis Battlehawks sold out the home opener, which was 29,554 fans. And it was in the old St. Louis Rams, where the St. Louis Rams played. They just opened up the Bottom Bowl of the stadium, and they filled it up. They sold it out.
They didn't open the top bowl.
They did not open the top bowl, which they may.
So they didn't sell it out.
Well, they sold out. All of the seats that were available to be sold were sold out.
The rest of them had to be stolen or earned.
Something like that. But as
For the first time in recorded human history, I would so much rather hear about your fantasy team.
the only reason why I bring this up is because the Los Angeles Chargers are playing in a soccer field, whatever, and they averaged 25,993 fans.
That's because that's all it held, right?
And there was a shitload of empty seats in that motherfucker.
They're not an LA team. They're a San Diego team.
Well, but they're in LA now.
Yeah, I know.
So
they just
was a
don't
bad
resonate
move.
with the people.
I agree. I think it was a terrible move, too. Absolutely awful.
The Raiders had been in LA before and have a huge following in LA.
Yep.
So had the Rams.
That's somebody had said that during one of the announcers had
Yep.
said Los Angeles has 2 football teams, the Chargers and the Rams, and the most popular one is still the Raiders.
Well, I was going to say, the Raiders should have gone to L.A. The Rams maybe could have gone back to L.A. because they were an L.A. team originally, too. But I think the
And I
Chargers,
don't
if they
understand-
move, they go to Vegas.
Yeah.
I don't
they fucked
understand
that
them
up.
moving
They
in
did
the
fuck that
first
up.
place. See, San Diego has always been supportive
Yeah.
of that team.
Well, I agree.
Is it the shit weather? Is that what it is in San
No.
Diego?
No.
And I still say it wrong.
What?
I still call them the San Diego
Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah, I do that shit.
they'll
all the time,
always
too.
be. I mean, they were one of the original AFL teams. Mm-hmm. The fucking Powder Blues are iconic
Yeah.
in the NFL.
Well, but Phillip Rivers is now leaving, and so he's taking all of his kids, which is half the team, with him.
He wasn't the most iconic Charger.
Who is the most iconic Charger?
Junior Seau.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
And, God damn it, the fucking quarterback way back in
LaDainian Tomlinson, maybe.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Dan Fouts
Okay.
from way back in the day.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's all I had to say about XFL. If you listen to the show and you don't believe me, just watch a good 10, 15 minutes of it. You may find it interesting or at least somewhat entertaining. I think it's great.
And if you kill yourself, don't sue us for wrongful death. Well, your family. You can't. You're dead.
Fine. Okay, the real football sport. There's actually news that's coming out this week in the NFL. Where's Brady going? Which we kind of discussed a little bit of that, but now as we're getting closer
Vegas.
to, well, we'll get there. You've got Cam Newton. The Panthers have basically announced that they're going to stick with Cam Newton at this point. That came out, I believe, this morning. Then you have, where's Phillip Rivers going to go? And then my favorite, what's the Dallas Cowboys going to do with Dak Prescott? So I think all of us agree. Well, I think me and Derek agree. I still say he either stays with, well, right now, at least everything that I can get is that there are basically 3 different options that he can take. Number one, and the highest percentage, is actually staying where he's at and staying with New England. The second is actually not in Las Vegas. It's actually Tennessee.
Okay.
Going to the Titans.
Las Vegas makes no sense.
I agree with you because they have no offensive line.
Absolutely not. They can't protect him. It's not like they're just a quarterback away from the Super Bowl.
No.
Tom Brady is doing this and staying in the league because he wants to win another Super Bowl.
Right.
He's going to only go to a team that's got a chance. Tennessee maybe has a chance. They
With Derrick
got pretty
Henry,
close.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, and with a player like Derrick Henry, Brady would not be the center point of that offense. He would sell a lot of tickets. And he would add a lot of inspiration to the team, but he's not what's going to make or break him. I don't know at this point that he's a whole hell of a lot better than Ryan Tannehill.
God damn, that's tough. But I agree with you on that. I think, but a perfect situation for Tom Brady would be a team like that. The only thing is I still think that their offensive line still not as good as what he has right now.
I still think the best place he has a chance to win a Super Bowl is in New England.
I agree.
3 facts about Tom Brady. 1, he just bought a house in Las Vegas.
Correct.
2, loves prostitutes. 3,
Who doesn't?
hates water. So that right there should be enough to
going to
tell you right there he's going to Vegas. I
again-
also think the reason why is John Gruden wants his own quarterback.
Yeah. He does
And
not want Derek
He
Carr.
does not want Derek Carr. And John Gruden's going to draft his quarterback. He's got plenty of picks to do it this year, Lord knows, as including the Bears' first rounder. But I also think that John Gruden wants a mentor or a guy for him to learn behind.
Sure.
And there's not a better guy to do that than Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So I think
say
that
it.
they will throw number one. It's a brand new franchise. I think they're going to throw a shitload of money at Brady, and Brady's never been about the money. This might be it's his one last chance to maybe go for a cash grab, and I think he might finally take it.
Yeah, but I also do think he wants 7, and I don't think you do it in Vegas.
Even with Tom Brady, they're still at best the third best team in that conference.
For who?
The Raiders.
The Raiders?
Who's second best?
I would still say San Diego.
You mean L.A.?
Better.
LA.
LA. They're much better there in LA.
L.A.
You know,
good
the
stuff.
idea that a multimillionaire like Tom Brady would have a vacation home or whatever in Las Vegas. I mean, that he would have multiple houses across the country is not a ridiculous thing.
Yeah.
Millionaires do that shit all the time. Most players don't live where they play,
Right.
especially when there's shit weather like what New England gets. You would move to a more vacation
I would
location.
bet my bottom dollar that a majority of the players that play for the Buffalo Bills, surely as shit, do not live in Buffalo, New York.
No.
Okay.
No. There's
No, but they do own buffaloes.
Yeah,
Great.
They all do.
Awesome.
Actually, that's a requirement.
Surprised they're still around.
When you sign your contract, have you bought your buffaloes yet?
Yeah,
Now, let's be clear. We're talking North American bison here. They're
Right.
not actually buffalo.
yeah.
They don't buy water buffalo. That'd be fucking stupid. But yeah,
Anyway.
I think, you know, New England has a lot to lose by losing Brady. He's an icon.
Yeah, they're
there.
done. I think they're done after if they lose him.
It's not just that, but look at how much they're going to lose in jersey sales
Sure.
and merchandising.
They don't
And
like New Jersey anyway.
No, they don't. So they're going to sell that shit.
They're going to
Well
sell
done.
that jersey no matter what.
Well done.
Yes.
But I also think
They might keep the shore though.
Well,
But
yeah,
Snooki, that bitch is gone.
absolutely. Fuck her.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, if you lose Brady, I think you lose a lot of other personnel because they don't want to.
Well, you're going to lose
it.
Alice
Uh-huh.
and Greg.
Well,
And
yeah, they
Marsha.
can't afford
And-
Alice without Brady there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I hear
what's
ya.
the fucking lovely lady with 3 fucking daughters can't afford that house?
No. Or the man with 3 boys of his own.
A housekeeper is no fucking Matt. I mean, she cannot afford that.
Right.
And then Sam goes with his fucking butcher shop. They get rid of the fucking dog named Tiger for whatever fucking reason.
And that cousin Oliver who should just be drug out back and
Oh,
shot.
fuck him.
You got 6 kids
Fuck
and now you want to fucking burden them with a 7th and it's not even yours?
Oh, God.
Absolutely.
I wish they could just take all the tapes of the Cousin Oliver years and burn them because that was the worst time in anyone's lifetime in American history.
Yeah.
Ever.
You
Absolutely.
know, the first time I ever saw Anthony Jeselnik ever, like on TV or anything. And I remember I was laying with, I had a girl over, we were laying on the couch watching Comedy Central Presents and Jeselnik comes on and his opening joke was on Comedy Central. He goes, growing up, my family was exactly like the Brady Bunch. My dad, too, was gay and died of AIDS. And I was like, fuck, that's his opener? I'm watching this. Get off my lap, hon. Like, this is going down.
Jeselnik is dark.
I love it.
I love him too. So last call.
He's all right.
You say Derek says Brady going to Vegas.
I'm still saying Vegas. I've been saying it for months.
Jeremy says stay in
Stays
New
in
England. I'm gonna say stays in New England too.
Okay.
There's too much. There's too much there for him.
But there's not fucking prostitutes in drought. And that's
Oh, yes,
what
there
he
is.
likes.
Well, it's just a quick flight to Miami for an Asian massage parlor.
Yeah, and he knows the perfect guy to go with.
He doesn't want Robert Kraft's sloppy seconds.
Oh, Brady went there first,
True.
and then Kraft follows him up.
Yeah.
That's just what turns Kraft on. Brady jizz.
Does
Still think he tipped him in Kraft singles.
I bet he does.
probably
Made it
Make it
rain.
rain in Kraft singles.
Where does Rivers fall? Where does Philip Rivers go? Is he done?
Home.
Do you think it's over? It's done with?
I don't think he's going to get a starting role anywhere.
He might be a mentor in Vegas.
Yeah, that could be the other option. Maybe they throw a whole bunch of money at Brady. Brady decides to stay home. Then they reach for Philip Rivers.
Only
I think he was second in the league in most interceptions this year.
The year before that, he almost took him to the Super Bowl.
That is not attractive to anybody. Yes, but
I'm
as
just
everybody
saying.
knows, quarterbacks fall hard when they get to a certain age, and
Sure.
there's a definite line, and think it's pretty clear he's hit it.
I think he needs better wide receivers around him. I don't think he had a whole hell of a lot of help out in L.A. But I think he could go and play in some place like an Oakland and do decent.
My first thought would be retire. My second thought would be maybe that I could see maybe being Tennessee.
Tennessee, sure.
But I think retired.
Mentor Ryan Tannehill.
He retired. Tannehill's gone.
You think Tannehill's gone?
Yeah.
Well, he's a free agent too.
And Tannehill's been around, 10 years?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That's why they call him Tannehill.
Hey, man. So Cam Newton staying with Carolina. Good move, bad move?
Well, I don't think the guy that they had after Kyle Allen ain't the guy.
I agree.
No.
Do you try to get rid of him, trade him, pick something else up?
I don't think anybody's interested in him. Nobody, I mean, I don't know what kind of contract he's got, but he was an MVP a few years ago. Mm-hmm. That had to have fetched a pretty good contract.
Sure.
So I don't think anybody's looking to take that on.
I agree. I don't think you really have a choice, to be honest with you. You just hope and pray that he looks a hell of a lot better than he did last year. And granted, he was still hurt.
Maybe he has had just nagging injuries.
Possibly.
I just really think. Remember RG3?
Oh, yeah.
When he first came out, he looked like the fucking guy, and then just took a couple of fairly minor knee injuries, and he was just a whole different player.
Yeah.
He is still around, though, right? He's
backing up
Lamar
Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, and that's right.
I would like to see Cam Newton go somewhere like Texas or Tennessee, just because I want to hear him call him Boot Scootin' Newton. I think that would be great.
There you go.
In the South, yeah.
Yeah, Boot Scootin' Newton.
Booty bootin' skank.
That's my new nickname for Cam Newton now.
Yeah. All right, so the last one in the NFL. What should Dallas do with Dak? Because I saw something, I shit you not, and I think it's the biggest joke in the world. Number one free agent they're listing right now as being Dak fucking Prescott.
I thought it'd be Jameis.
Really? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Tom Brady's number one.
I don't know that one is better than the other when it comes to Jameis or Dak.
You got Amari Cooper is also a Dallas Cowboy that's a free agent. There's a lot of guys that are free agents.
I'm
right
talking about Dak compared to Jameis Winston.
Oh, sure.
I think it's
That's
6
a
of one,
coin
half
flip?
dozen of the other. It's
I would probably take Dak over Jameis Winston, but still, there's a lot of options, and the Dallas Cowboys really have to look at this one hard and be honest with yourselves. Do you see Dak Prescott as being your franchise quarterback that's going to take you through the playoffs and win a fucking Super Bowl?
well, and more than anything, Dak Prescott's agent has to sit down with Dak and be honest.
Yeah.
Quit trying to fetch the best price you can for him. Understand what his limitations are, and that he is not a $40 million man.
Fuck no. And he's going to keep on asking for it, and if he keeps doing that shit and he turns it down, he can go someplace else, and he's not going to get paid near that.
And that really is where so much of this comes from. Agent gets 10%.
Sure.
You know, when you're talking like the difference between, say, 35 million and 40 million as far as what you can do in your life. If you're getting 35 million, there's very little you can do with 40 that you can't do with 35. But when you're talking about taking 10%, now you're looking at 400,000 or
4 million.
4 million. No, that'd be 400,000.
4 million of 40 million. 10% would be 4 million.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 3.5 million versus 4 million. You're looking at $500,000.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a substantial difference. So much of these fucking holdouts and shit are being driven by agents. They're both. I mean, if it wasn't for agents, athletes would be getting fucked over left and right.
Probably.
But at the same time, they're also what makes the price of shit so fucking sky high all the time.
Right. But I can't see Jerry Jones breaking down and doing it.
Well, we didn't think he was going to pay Zeke either, and he finally did.
No, not me. I said I think that he should pay Zeke. I'm more impressed with Zeke than I am with Dak, and I do not think Dak Prescott is a franchise quarterback. I honestly don't see him being better than some of the top 3 free agents that you could possibly get for him. You could probably put Ryan Tannehill back there behind that excellent offensive line, get him at a discounted price, be able to pay Amari Cooper, and all of a sudden you may be a better team.
I don't
Scotty,
think Dak's
that's the stupidest fucking thing I've heard all day. Maybe all week.
I don't think Dak can do anything that Tannehill can't.
I just
Tannehill is not good.
He
Neither
made
is
it to
Dak.
an AFC Championship game. Granted, he had Derrick Henry running behind him.
Brad Johnson won a Super. Kerry Collins won a Super Bowl.
Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But all of the arguments come with the running back, and the Dallas Cowboys have Ezekiel Elliott.
But let's here's
Dak
where we
is
can do
way better than fucking
Here's where you can
Tannehill.
do the exact A/B comparison. Before Ryan Tannehill, what were the Titans doing? And once he came in,
sucking a huge cock because Marcus Mariota was a terrible quarterback, and he was since he was drafted.
If it was just a case of insert quarterback here, it's not just in doing the right things, it's knowing what not to do.
Right.
And he doesn't do the big fuck ups.
Right. And
He's not really prone to mistakes, I don't think, though.
Dak?
Not bad.
No, I'm at the beginning of the season. Don't get me wrong. His statistics at the beginning of the season were the best in the NFL. My argument isn't necessarily that he had such a bad beginning of the season. I'm not saying that at all. He had an excellent beginning of the season. The thing is that he is also behind the
He
number
threw for 4,900 yards and 30 touchdowns.
Yes.
11
And how many
picks.
interceptions?
And a 99.7 rating.
Yes. Is he $35 million worth? Or 30, 38, 30, 40? Is he worth that? No. All I'm saying is that you could get a quarterback that could probably do something very comparable to that, be able to afford the players that you have around. You'd be able to draft some help. And Jerry Jones has even said he's going to go after defense. You got a new head coach, a new era. See what he wants to do. I just don't see paying this guy $35 million. I don't think he's worth it.
And the individual stats come
That
into
simple.
play, I think, when figuring up for the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
But during playing time, there's really only one stat that counts, and that's wins and losses.
Mm-hmm.
And Prescott
Is 8-8
does not really win
on a regular basis.
I would take Dak Prescott
In
in Chicago.
on a team that should
fucking
win.
heartbeat.
And you know what? Maybe he should. Maybe he should go there. That'd be a good place to land. All I'm saying is that I don't think he's that fucking good. I think you could shove a lot of quarterbacks back there, put Teddy Bridgewater back there, and see who's better.
You guys are going to be sadly disappointed with Teddy Bridgewater next season.
I'm just saying.
He is not the guy you guys think he is.
I think you put him on Dallas, and he goes at least 8-8.
I agree.
I think you put any old quarterback with the Cowboys. They
Dallas
should
was better.
have.
They were a better team than what they were last. They should have done better.
They should have ran
they
away with that
underachieved.
division.
They should
Yes,
have.
they underachieved badly, but I don't think that all falls on Dak.
A lot
Prescott.
of
I'm
that
not
was
saying-
coaching decisions.
yeah, Jason Garrett.
Jason
had
Garrett
a
is
huge-
god fucking awful.
He is god fucking.
But when
awful.
his
Dak's-
number was called in pressure situations, Prescott did not come through.
Dak's not a free agent this year, though.
Yeah,
Does
but
he got another year left?
Yes.
Okay.
he's got. I believe he's got. No.
Well, that's weird
I
that
think
he's
he
the
is.
top free agent.
Look it up. He's the
I-
number one free agent right now.
No, I don't think he's a free agent
I thought
because
that's why
he was
he chose
drafted
not to
after
hold out.
Mariota and he
He
was
held-
drafted after Winston. There, so this is his 5th year.
But I thought this was. That's also why he held out from last year.
Yeah, he's still. This is his 5th year. So this is the last year of his rookie contract.
What do you do? Do you pay him or you just tell him no and then get rid of him next year? But I'm almost positive he's a free agent right now.
And you got to remember, all Scotty
He said he
knows-
turned down $33 million a year, and he wants 40, which I don't. He's not going to get 40.
Fucking retarded.
that $33 million though was for 1 year. He wants long-term security. is
Okay,
what he
then
wants,
take
and
a
guaranteed
cut.
money.
Yeah, but take a cut then.
Well, and he probably won't go for the $40 million a
For a
year
year.
for 5 years or whatever. He won't get it. But
This
of course,
says he's not. I thought he was.
then again, Scotty, I know that all you really think about is Mahomes.
Yes.
He's not what?
This says he's not under contract. They can franchise him.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'd franchise him and make him. You know what? You got a new coach. Let's see what you're going to do in this system. And then if you come out and you have a season just like you just had, go for it.
That's where agents come in though and fucking pull that power play. If I'm going to hold out, if you franchise tag me.
It doesn't work. Look at what it did to Le'Veon Bell, and he ended up in the fucking Jets, and he wants out.
But we
That
all knew
should
that.
just fucking show you right there. That is the
But
stupidest
he
thing.
got
you
We
could
all
do.
knew that shit was coming.
Right, but again, all these agents give a fuck about is their 10%.
That's it.
And he got paid less money to go to the Jets than he was going to get offered at Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they lost
But a
money
much,
on that deal.
much better situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tons. All right. Baseball kids is back. We got
It's been
spring. We got spring training.
Oh, it's not back yet then.
No, it's back.
No.
Yeah,
I got John Fogerty playing on a loop in my car.
you got spring training. You got the Cactus League and the Grapefruit League, right?
Right.
There's baseball on TV. That's all I give a shit about.
Okay.
All right. But now
Good for you, Scotty.
this is the first time that Houston Astros have faced really the fans, the actual general public fans that we are.
The first game, none of them played. None of the starters
from the year
17 team played.
Chicken shits.
In the second game, they booed the living fuck out of Jose Altuve. I mean, deafening boos.
It was
like
great.
The last time I heard boos like that was when I had sex. Like, it was horribly
Nice.
booed.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
I shouldn't have been standing at the window. Just, boo! You suck. That was probably a
You
little
call that a
classy.
thrust? My dog can last longer than that.
I really shouldn't yell at your wife like that.
I'm going to go watch Scotty get pegged. I'm out of here.
For what it's worth, I could last a hell of a lot longer than you.
Yeah, when you're getting paid,
Yeah.
Anyways,
she's doing all the work.
right. So, Jose, there's a lot of things that are also being blown out of proportions. I've seen a couple of articles of stuff like it all looks like the Astros have really fucking thin skin. People booing them, like they're threatening that if we keep on getting treated like this, that we're going to start releasing the other teams that are doing it and show and prove. Fucking do it, Jack.
Yeah. Do it.
Fucking do it.
What they need to understand is they are the ones in the wrong.
Yeah.
And it's not just a little, oops, we fucked up a little, sorry. You fucking cheated Major League Baseball out of a legitimate champion.
Yeah.
You fuckers.
You looked this up earlier and shared it on the page.
Tom Verducci went and looked at Clayton Kershaw at one of his he threw 51 breaking balls and sliders, and they didn't swing and miss on a single one of them in the 2017 World Series. They made contact on every single one of those breaking balls or sliders.
Which is basically what he's known for, is getting you in the dirt swinging at a bad curveball. Mm-hmm. So he got that reputation for being dog shit in the playoffs and getting shelled in the playoffs and couldn't come through, and that's fucking awful. Well, and Jeremy made a really good point on the Go Fuck Yourself that he did last week, which was the people that are affected by them cheating. And now how Rob Manfred is basically saying, he doesn't want to go through all of these players that are going to be filing for what was it called?
What?
How the players union wouldn't want them to have the World Series trophies taken away.
Any kind of punishment he took against individual players, that the players union would step in and block it.
Right.
But the players are pissed.
The
They're
players
the ones that are
yes,
pissed. Yeah.
Smoking pissed.
Yeah.
The players that don't say anything, like Mike Trout that we played on the last episode as well. Chris Bryant has now said something. There's a ton of players that are now being interviewed. And I mean, people like Judge are even saying like, fuck, this is bad. So I don't think grievances is the word I was thinking of.
Yeah.
But you would probably make them a lot happier, and you would probably put a lot of guys in a much safer position by suspending the individual players, the ones that cheated. And here's why. Because we all know in this particular sport, baseball is a sport that polices itself. And I think not only are you going to get hit batsmen like we have
those guys are going to get
the
hurt.
weekly wager from last week, right? I think you're going to have a lot of dirty play in baseball to fuck the Houston Astros, in my personal opinion. And certain players. I think Bregman's going to be targeted a lot. Altuve is going to be targeted a lot.
Springer.
I don't know about Springer as much. He's got a stuttering problem. They'll probably give him a pass because he's kind of disabled. But
no, you trump that kid.
Now, we do have to be somewhat cautious with how we read into this, because remember, especially here in this day and age, the press is absolutely fucking ruthless.
Sure.
And once they get somebody down, like basically everybody on the Astros are, everybody believes that they are all bad fucking people, which I'm not saying that they're not. But the press loves to pile on, and they will make mountains out of molehills.
Sure.
And any little, man, I can't believe this. They're gonna make us though. They're gonna try and paint it as, oh, the Astros are complaining and don't feel like they've done anything wrong, just because that's what's going to get them clicks. And I mean, They're an easy
True.
fucking target right now.
Yeah, I got fucking clickbaited to date. I was so fucking pissed because I thought I
You
read this.
really thought that guy had a 14-inch dick? Really?
That was
And he was in your area wanting to fuck? You really thought that there was...
that was a foot long at best.
I got to give a shout out to a guy that told me I was wrong, and I still at this point I don't even know at this point because I made a meme basically saying that they were taking signs that had negative negative comments on them that people made about the Astros. Just one guy got his sign taken away that said the Houston Asterisks. Or asterisk sign, and I was super pissed. I'm just like, wow, the Houston Astros were stealing signs from other teams, and now the players didn't even get punished. And ironically, now the MLB is taking the signs away from the fans. So I thought, well, that's kind of fucking bullshit. So I made that meme. Well, then he apparently later in the argument or later in the article, it says that they are not allowed to have signs at that particular or in the minor leagues or at that particular stadium. I'm like, shit, I didn't even know that. But there's also another article that basically says that they will not allow specifically signs against the Astros. Specifically. So I believe Cam is his name. I believe Cam's comment that, he's an Astros fan, but at the same time, if they're going to specifically be targeting the fans that have Astro signs, which people are sneaking in little pieces of paper, like just regular printer paper with signs like that on there. And I think they should be allowed to do it because I think the fact that Rob Manfred did not punish these players is that the media and the fans are going to be the ones that are going to take it as the responsibility to be one basically passing judgment.
Two things.
That is one thing, I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
that I had said in my Go Fuck Yourself. By him not doing his one fucking job, which is maintaining the integrity of the game, he has turned the fucking Sharks loose.
I agree.
They are going to fucking unleash hell on the Astros. The players, the fans, everybody.
Yep.
Two things. The first one was how they've got the Houston Asterisks and they've got the Houston Trash Tros.
Trash Tros, yeah.
How is there not a Houston Assholes shirt?
Should we make that?
I want that. I just looked it up. There's not one.
Oh.
How is there not a Houston Assholes shirt? There's got to be.
We can make one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wake Forest has just defeated Duke.
Nice.
And double overtime.
Sweet.
113 to 101. Not even really close.
And the second thing was I think you do suspend at least for a year. Like I said earlier, I would be down with banning Altuve for good and Bregman for good. But if you suspend those guys for a year, don't fine the Astros.
I agree.
Don't fine them. Suspend those guys. And now all of a sudden you're missing your key offensive players.
Right.
Your team's going to suck. Your fans aren't going to go.
Yeah.
You're not going to sell jerseys.
I think it's still going to hit them hard too.
So, and what I really want to know, I want to hear from Astros fans.
Yeah.
I haven't heard from any. I've got friends that are. I want to know what they think about. Like I've got a friend Robbie who's used to be a sports photographer for like Channel 3 or something out here, and he doesn't do that anymore. He lives in Houston, and he's always been an Astros fan as long as I've known him. I'd like to know. I talked to him during the World Series. I was messaging him, telling him congratulations and everything else. And
was he on the team?
And no. But he was also one of the fucking
By the way,
1,000.
Scotty, congratulations on the Chiefs Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Thanks.
That's what I wanted to congratulate you on at the beginning of the
Got
show.
it.
he was one of the 1,000 text messages I got the year before when the Cubs won the World Series. So I would like to know what he thinks about it.
Yeah.
Just they're so quiet.
Some of them are.
And wisely so. I think anybody who knows anything knows that this is absolutely indefensible.
Right.
Yeah.
But some of them are the other way around. Oh, well, we're not the only ones that are doing it. The other teams are doing it too. Okay.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
That's
fuckhead.
exactly right. You can't defend it. It's like the KU Jayhawks defending the KU Jayhawk fans defending the Jayhawks for fucking paying players. So and then the fucking Patriots fans that are telling everybody else that, oh, well, everybody cheats and getting caught with fucking deflating footballs and all kinds of other shit.
If I found out that the Royals World Series championship was tainted like this, I wouldn't want it.
I wouldn't want it either.
Yeah, I don't
I'm the
know
same
how
way.
I can't honestly say how I would feel about the Cubs because the Cubs I've waited a long time for. So if
they had to cheat in order to win.
If something comes out like that, God, I don't know where I would be at. I would just I would be in that same mentality. It doesn't count.
Yeah.
If I am an Astros fan, that's probably the way I would think that. Technically we still haven't won one.
Yeah.
And God, I hope nothing like this comes out from that Chicago team.
I don't think it
I
will.
don't think it will, but I never would have thought that you would ever hear anything like to this magnitude of fucking cheating again.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still guys taking steroids. They know how to beat the tests. They know when the tests
Yeah,
are coming.
they're
They know,
of course they
there's every time they invent a new test, they found another way around the old one.
Yeah.
Or they've already got a way around it. So
They've got a new product
yeah.
that has other stuff in it that
Yeah.
does the same thing.
And players do need to watch their ass right now with their comments coming out. I know a lot of them are angry, but they have to remember in this day and age, every soundbite, every quote, every Twitter post is forever.
Yeah.
And if something later on in the future, you get caught for doing some shit, you can
Right.
bet your ass every reporter is going to dredge that old shit up
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
and
fuck.
use
Oh,
it
yeah.
against you.
You got guys that their Twitter's being brought up from when they were in high school.
Yeah.
Of something they said. Now, granted, some of the shit they said wasn't right. Like Josh Hader's was pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
But other shit that just it's crazy.
Right.
And it's like, man, the guy was 16.
Who was the kid that raised all the money for the cancer awareness or the cancer children's hospital
Oh, yeah. I know. I remember the story.
out of Iowa State?
Yeah, but he ended up back like when he was 13 or something like that, made a tweet that was considered possibly racist, and so they
I think
pulled
he
all
just
that money.
retweeted something that somebody else said.
Oh, yeah.
But he was 17 years old, which find me a 17-year-old boy who's not a dick.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all fucking dicks. You need to grow.
Right.
Now he's a 24-year-old man who was raising millions of dollars for a children's research hospital,
Right.
and suddenly all of his support got
Pulled.
pulled.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, that's the majority of all I got. Now I get to get in the fun stuff, if I remember correctly.
That's right, because this has sucked up until now.
So we
It's all just been fucking Chiefs, and that's all you want to talk about, Scotty.
Yeah, all right, fine, whatever. Well, we do have a new segment.
Chiefs and Ozzie Smith. That's it.
This is for a good buddy of ours. We like to call this the
Ginger Crush Wager of the Week. This is the Ginger Crush Wager of the Week, brought to you by Varshay's Lounge at 417 East Douglas in Wichita, Kansas. May all your wagers be lucky.
All right, this is our newest segment. This is the Ginger Crush Wager of the Week, sponsored to you by Vorshay's Lounge at 417 East Douglas. What is this week's Ginger Crush Wager of the Week, Mr. Jeremy?
Oh, you want me to give it?
Yeah, let's get
All
it.
right. Oh, who gets? I guess it's not really an over/under.
No, it's not.
Who gets the bigger payout? Dak Prescott on his upcoming contract, total guaranteed money contract, or is it Vanessa Bryant with her pending lawsuit against the helicopter company?
Oh.
Oh God. Well, I guess the comment of jokes about Kobe Bryant are pretty much done.
I
It's
would
not
be
about Kobe,
actually.
it's about Vanessa.
Oh, that's true. It is about Vanessa.
Well, yeah, because she's struggling to make rent now,
Yeah.
and
Oh God. I think Vanessa Bryant gets more.
You think she's going to get more than Dak?
I think so. Guaranteed.
I guess we should stipulate. What are we talking just the money that goes to her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing with the athlete contract, the agent takes 10%. With a lawsuit, the lawyer takes 40%.
I'd just say overall amount.
Overall amount.
I don't.
Yeah,
wanna
let's
break
do
down the math.
overall amount. Overall amount.
All right. Okay.
I'm going to say that's going to be, I'm going to go Dak.
Oh God.
I think Dak's going to get more.
Come on, man.
I don't know if she's going to win that lawsuit.
Oh yeah, she'll win it.
I think so.
Anytime that anybody dies when you hire a pilot, they are responsible for the safety of the passengers. Every commercial plane that crashes, whether it's pilot error or
Plane, yeah.
the lawsuits might trickle down to the manufacturer or whatever, but yeah, she's going to win that lawsuit. And I think because she's going to be suing for basically however much Kobe would have made for the rest of his life. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be a lot more than a 5-year contract.
Yeah, but they're not going to be able to pay that out.
They have insurance for that purpose.
Yeah, I'm taking Vanessa on this one.
It'll probably be and then she'll probably do some fucking douchebag thing like give it to charity.
Charity.
I
Probably.
need to change my name to Charity.
Yeah, no shit.
All right. That's what you got? You got Vanessa?
I
got
fucking
Vanessa?
hire. Guess what, guys? I forgot to brag about this earlier, too. We've been having rain the last 2 days.
Yeah.
Guess who's got a dry basement? This
Jeremy-
guy right here.
Jeremy Joseph
Don't
does.
believe me? Come on, Scotty. Feel my basement.
All right.
Touch me in the basement, Scotty.
I'm good. I'm
Touch
good.
it.
I'm absolutely good. I don't want to.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm gonna go with Dak just to be different than you guys.
Fine.
Fine. So,
Bitch.
well,
All right.
she's worth it. He's not.
That's the Ginger Crush wager of the week.
She's single now.
She sure is.
Jesus Christ. Give it a little bit for that. All right. And now
She needs somebody to console her.
True.
What is that? Funeral crashing. You never
Mom!
saw that?
Meatloaf!
Yeah.
Fuck!
All right, so that is wager of the week. Moving on to our final segment of the show. This is my favorite one still to this day. This is what we like to call our shitty situation. Okay, this week's shitty situation brought to you by Mr. Jeremy Joseph. What do we got, buddy?
I'm sponsoring
You're
it now.
sponsoring this one. This
Last
one's
week
yours.
it was the fucking number 3.
True.
Dale Earnhardt sponsored.
That's right. What do we got?
Rest in peace, 3. Anyways, all right. You're at a sporting event, baseball game, football game, volleyball game. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. I don't know what you do with your free time other than masturbate a lot, Scotty. That's weird. Anyways, you've apparently gotten a bad batch of nachos, and it is running through you like shit through a goose. Only it's shit through a human, and you're the human, and you wear pants, and it would not be good to shit in them. So you book it for the toilet, the restroom, and there's only one open toilet in there, and it is covered with piss and maybe some barbecue sauce. And you look over at the roll of toilet paper, and there is just enough there to either wipe off the toilet or wipe your ass when you get done.
Which one would you
Which
take?
do you choose? This is a literal shitty situation.
All right, who's going to start?
I'll go.
You go?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I'm hovering.
You're hovering.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
I'm hovering.
You can't take this like a Japanese situation.
Oh yeah.
No,
Those
this is-
fuckers hover over a hole in the floor, which is weird.
I think that could possibly even be a shittier situation. We're talking about Dumb and Dumber explosive diarrhea kind of situation. The ones
Well,
where
then I'd wipe the seat because that one square is not going to fucking wipe my ass after that.
You had to walk to the restroom in Deontay Wilder's outfit, and now your legs are just jello. There's no way you can hold up your own weight. You were a fool for going to a ball game in that dumb fucking costume, but you had to celebrate Black History Month. And now you're stuck with it.
I've told you, I'm wiping the seat because I know that that's not going to clean my ass. There is no way. No. I'm wiping the seat and I'll just fucking figure it out. Fucking figure it out.
figured out.
Figured it out.
I'll fucking duck walk to the goddamn paper towel dispenser. Watch it be my luck. It'd be one of those air dryers, and I'm using a fucking hand sink like a goddamn bidet, drying my asshole off with the fucking Dyson air dryer.
Yeah.
Oh man!
Fucking singeing my taint hairs because that thing gets so fucking hot.
Well, anymore they got the ones where you put your hands down into it, and it
That's where your ass cheeks go.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's a reason it's shaped that way.
Yeah.
All right, Jeremy, what do you got?
Yeah, I think I'm probably wiping the toilet seat first, just because I'm not a plan ahead kind of guy.
Yeah.
I deal with the problem at hand and then deal with the problems to come later on. That's kind of an immediate situation. Typically I would pay to sit in a puddle of piss, but not at the ball game. That's got to be like, from a Taiwanese hooker.
This is awful.
It sure is. And that's the thing too, is I can really wreck it back there. It's like a fucking just bomb went off sometimes. Especially if I have a breakaway where it breaks off halfway out.
Oh God, gross.
However, I am known from time to time to have a walk away
Yeah.
where you didn't need
Yeah,
to wipe it all. Yeah.
I have a feeling if it's going through you like that, it's not a breakaway or a walk away.
Probably not.
It sounds like you're peeing out of your ass.
This is straight pee out the butt situation.
Yeah. You're shitting for distance. Yeah.
Which is bad because I'm a bad aim. Fuck. That's the thing too. I may just be contributing to the mess.
Yeah.
If I wipe it off, I'm probably gonna wreck the toilet seat and everything.
Yeah.
I really push hard. I get some good pressure. I'm like a fire. My ass is a fire hose.
Yeah. Oh God, that's tough.
Fuck, I haven't given my answer yet. Have I?
Oh,
Nah,
no?
I think I probably wiped the toilet.
You wipe the toilet?
Mm.
Oh God, I don't know. I think I'm wiping my ass. I'm being very God. Are we talking like one square of toilet paper?
You got just enough to do one or the other. You cannot do both. Can't have your cake and eat it too. That's what got you in this fucking situation.
I can't. Yeah, I think I would wait till after I'm done, stand up and try to clean up the butt cheeks.
Okay. Well,
you can get some.
It's really not in the spirit of the game, Scott. You're cheating. You're the fucking Houston Astros of shitty situations.
I can't do it. No, I'd wipe the toilet seat. Yeah, I think all three of us would wipe the toilet seat.
Okay.
God, that sucks so bad.
We're about to find out because we've filled your cup with laxative.
And
I
great.
pissed all over that toilet seat.
Spectacular.
Earlier, and we
stole all the toilet paper?
All but just enough.
Nice.
We measured out exactly
Nice.
how much. A lot of thorough testing went into
Spectacular.
this. We got some NASA engineers on it.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for today. You can find us on Facebook at the Unfiltered Sportscast. We're also on Instagram, Twitter, very rarely. But you can also watch all of these episodes on YouTube, which is the Unfiltered Sportscast. Follow us and do us a favor. Share any content that we put out there. That helps us out a lot. You can always message us. I'm normally pretty good about keeping track of that stuff. If you have a question or if you have a comment, whatever you'd like to do, send us a message. I'll be more than happy to answer it on the show.
Especially if you're an Astros fan. We kind of want to hear from you.
Actually, yeah.
We actually kind of do.
I really actually, I want to reach out to those Astros fans that listen to the show. If you are an Astros fan, send us a message. Derek will maybe even chime in if he gets a chance to as well. But we would like to see your take on it.
Usually Scotty's mom's all up in my DMs, but if I get a chance, I'll reply.
For sure.
And there is no easy answer to that question.
No,
there's not.
No. I don't.
No.
I'm curious to know how many people are basically like, fuck you, hate us because you ain't us. You don't have the championship, or some people that are. There was a Dodgers fan. We found out there was a Dodgers fan that went. Or sorry, Dodgers.
You just
fan.
talked about this.
Not on air.
Not on air.
No, not on air.
Okay.
He's a Houston Astros fan that went to spring training and he wore a Dodgers baseball hat.
Hey, Mitch.
To disguise himself, not wear an Astros jersey just because he didn't want to get into a whole bunch of fights. He thought he would get into fights if he was wearing an Astros jersey. So I'm curious. We're all kind of curious. Astros fans, do us a favor. Send us a couple messages of how you're feeling about this whole ordeal. I would like to know. But you guys are advertising, like we say. If you like us, do us a favor. Tell your friends, tell your family. But if you don't like us,
go fuck a bucket of broken glass.
Oh God! If you don't like us,
tell your enemies.
And until next time, guys,
take that filter off and make it dirty.
See ya. Take care.